Hello, everyone. Give you guys a few minutes to get in here and give me a chance to close this window because those chimes are loud. All right. Welcome, welcome. Give you guys a chance to get up in here. Welcome to another Q&A Sunday. Thinking of a couple of ideas that have come to me recently, man. I just sit back and they just come to me, especially in the morning. That's when my ideas come to me. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday today. Stress-free Sunday. I don't know. Sometimes, I think back at when I was working and, I had the weekends off, Saturday and Sunday off, right? But my only time that was really off was after work on Friday and Saturday. And then once Sunday hit, I was already thinking about Monday, preparing my day for Monday. So it was really a day and a half to where I didn't have to really think about work. Friday evening, Saturday night, didn't really have to worry about it because it's Sunday. And then come Sunday, start getting in there about 3 o'clock. That's it. About 3 or 4 o'clock. That's about it. Everything else is after. I got to get to sleep. I got to get my lunch ready. What am I going to wear tomorrow? Bloggity blah. What do I need? All that is being prepared. And none of that I'm getting paid for. None of it. What's up, Nicer? What's going on? None of it. It's crazy. Just the realizations when you come out of the debt matrix is absolutely it just never stops coming. Anyway, I'm gonna give it one more minute, then I'll introduce myself, tell you the purpose of today's show, and if not, we will be getting off. Actually, we will be getting this will be ending in an hour exactly. Okay, 1 hour. So we're gonna end it at 2. All right, so you come in late, you got to get your questions in. If you only want to comment and you want your question to come straight to the top, do a super chat and I'll bring it right to the top. All right. All right. For those of you that do not know me, my name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt and financing everything that goes down in value and cannot figure out why they're still living paycheck to paycheck, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Plus, there's many more things once you step outside the debt matrix. There are many more things you can see. And long story short, there are 2 types of now let's go back to the debt matrix. If you live in a debt matrix, you are what's called a unconscious or a conscious slave. Okay, only unconscious and conscious slaves live in the debt matrix. Okay, let me tell you what the difference is. Unconscious slaves don't believe in mathematics, nor do they know they don't believe in mathematics. Also, unconscious slaves do not see negative numbers. All right, they can't see them. They don't know that unconscious slaves don't know they exist. Now, conscious slaves are slaves that now believe in mathematics and now see negative numbers. Okay, that's the difference, right? And they're doing whatever it takes to get from their deep negative number to 0. Okay, according to the laws of mathematics, if you ever want to get to $1 million, you must have a place to start to get to $1 million, right? You must first learn how to count to $1 million. Okay. So what you do is add up all your savings and add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals the number where you start counting from to count to $1 million. Okay. So if you have $50,000 in student loan debt and $50,000 in credit card debt, negative 100 is where you start counting to $1 million from. Okay. Negative 90,000, negative 80,000, negative 70,000, etc. 10,000, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 million. That's how it works. Now, today's show is for for those of you that kind of follow me, but and don't get me wrong, I know finances are just you know, they're embarrassing. You don't want people want to talk about them. I want you to understand something. That's also a program to be scared to talk about finances. Okay, that's a program. Just like you know how they made you feel stupid if you needed to use a calculator to do math. You know, like if you have to pull out a calculator, people are like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid! You can't do that in your head." That's also a program. Anytime you do anything to do with your money and you don't know the exact number, use the calculator app on your phone. I don't care if 5 plus 2, you couldn't think of 5 plus 2, what it equals. You put it in your calculator. I don't care. When you start calculating taxes, when you do like a tip or something, you want to get 15%, you pull out the calculator and say, "Hey, what's 15% of whatever that price is?" And then you write it down. No more guessing. Once you cross over here, now let me and what I can do, let me make sure people understand how I'm going to come in and help you. What SMD does is create the foundation for you to build wealth upon. So I help you understand how to do that. How do I do that? I help you believe math. I help you not believe, trust math, because math is an exact science. Once you cross over, you will understand that no currency in the world even exists. Gold doesn't exist. Silver doesn't exist. Fiat currency, the dollar, the euro, none of it exists. None of it. No, let me take that back. I'm sorry. Let me say none of that exists for slaves. Let me make sure I'm clear. Of course, you can see paper money in your hand and you're going to believe it, but it doesn't exist for slaves. If you do not believe in negative numbers, any currency you see, gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, whatever, none of it exists for you. Once you cross over, there is no going back. Everything is predictable. And this is what will happen when you come over to the other side. Believe when I say the other side, I'm saying like this. Once you start trusting mathematics, okay? I don't want to make it sound like it's mysterious. Oh my God, the other side. No, once you trust mathematics when it comes to your finances, your whole world is going to change forever. What's up, Ike? What's going on? Zeke, Alex, Quentin. Your whole world is going to change forever. When it comes to finances, nobody can fuck with me. Nobody. I'm never, ever, ever mathematically incorrect. Ever. How do I know? I always got to make sure you guys understand how I know I have a gift that I'm sharing with you for free today. How do I know I have a gift? I'm going to show you so you can understand the magnitude of my gift. Trillions of dollars in mortgage loan debt. That's millions of people. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing. Trillions of dollars in student loan debt. Trillions. That has nothing to do with me. Trillions of dollars in credit card debt. Trillions. That has nothing to do with me. Trillions of dollars in car loan debt. The list goes on. None of it has anything to do with me. If everybody knew what I knew, what I know, car lots wouldn't exist. If everybody knew what I know, the housing market wouldn't exist. This will be your gift too. Your whole entire life is going to change. You know what the keys to better health are? You know what that is? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what these keys are so you guys can understand the magnitude of this gift. There's only two. Number one, less stress. Number two, more rest. That's it. Two things that sound so simple, but denied to millions. Those are the only two keys I live by. I have them. Less stress, more rest. That's it. You notice how in the debt matrix they always say things like sleep when I die and sleep is for suckers and all that stupid bullshit. You got to stop and think to yourself, hey, wait a minute. Our bodies require rest. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. How you feel about sleeping is 100% irrelevant. That's part of your health. Your body requires sleep and you're denying it? Interesting. I used to when I first got out of debt and quit my job, that's all I did was sleep. I had to break through that stupid nonsense. Oh man, you're sleeping, you're lazy, you're not doing nothing. No, that's all part of the process, baby. It's all part of the process. It was my body's way of making up for all the rest I missed. Working, paying for car notes, making vacations, charging vacations, all this stupid nonsense. All of it's dumb. You know what's so crazy? This is what's fucking nuts, right? When I even talk to you guys about this stupid now, it angers me because I'm a smart dude, man. Six figure. I was just a six-figure college earning slave. There's 7 days in a week. My employer owned five, and I maybe own two. What could the signs be any louder than that? That I didn't even own my own life? Couldn't that I didn't even see that? I didn't see that. 2 weeks out of the year, I had to ask. I earned my vacation, but I still had to ask to see if I could take the vacation that I earned on the days that they approve. You can't just say, "Hey, Imma take my days on this day." No, no. You gotta tell us, and we'll let you know if you can take your vacation days on those days. You think I saw that? I did not see that. I just crossed my fingers, "Hey, who has seniority? They're gonna get this and that." What the f what? Today's the day you can ask me some questions, all right? You're not gonna hear this type of personal finances only, by the way. Here's the link if you wanna come up here and ask me a question. This is the only channel on YouTube that's gonna give you the mathematical answer to why you are in debt, why your relationships are going bad, why our marriages divorce rate is 50%. Here is where the answer is. When you're looking for financial advice on YouTube and you don't know who to trust, I promise you, I have the answer right here. This is the answer. Debt free is a language. A language not spoken by slaves, because slaves don't know, they don't realize negative numbers exist. They can't see negative numbers. So they have no idea the language of debt free exists. They have no idea. You will dominate finances in your personal life, and you will most definitely dominate finances in business. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. When you say, "What do you mean, dominating business?" This is what I would say. If I was to partner up somebody in business, my first requirement is to see their personal credit report. That's a requirement. And you're probably thinking, why would you want to see their credit score? I'm not even talking about their credit score. I'm talking about their entire credit reports, plural. You're probably thinking, why would I want to look at that? I will tell you why. Their personal finances will tell you how they're going to treat your business finances. You think they're going to treat their business finances better than their personal finances? That's not true. One look at their personal credit report will tell me yes or no if I will do business with that person. Their personal credit report will tell me if the business of themselves is in business. I don't care what kind of business they have. The only business I'm concerned is with the business of them. Because I know for 100% fact they're not going to treat some finances outside of themselves better than the finances of themselves. I don't care what their channel looks like. I don't care how they're dressed. I don't care if their hair is cut. I don't care how they're speaking. Let me see your personal credit report or shut the fuck up. Now, those of you that are new to my channel, you hear me curse every now and then. I don't use curse words as filler words here. I use curse words to stress the statement that I'm making to you at that moment. If what they're saying doesn't make mathematical sense, it cannot make financial sense. It cannot. You have no debt. Guess what? I have no stress. I have none, zero. I sleep as much as I want. I don't care what people think about it. Hey, you sleep for 8 hours? Fuck yeah, I did. You can't stress and get good sleep. You can't. You can't even achieve these two things, less stress and more rest. You can't even achieve those when you're in debt. Why? Because you always have to work. Shout out to Amizi for the $10 super chat. Thank you, sir. If you want these answers for free, this is your time right now. This will be your guys' only time to get these answers for free. I know what this information I have is worth. I know what it's worth. It's unlimited. I'm even telling you guys how I know it's worth that how I know it's worth that much money. Because there's trillions of dollars in student loan debt. That's how I know. There's trillions of dollars in car loan debt. That's how I know. There are millions of people believing that they're homeowners. That's how I know. Don't be out here believing all there's a lot of slave information going on out there steering you the wrong way, having you believe in credit reports and your credit score. I mean, excuse me, your credit score. Credit scores mean nothing. They don't mean anything. It's just a tool. A credit score is no different than a hammer. A credit score is no different than a lawnmower. Look at a credit score like this. If you have a good credit score, you got a nice air conditioned, uh, 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 covered sun riding lawnmower. If you got good credit, right? If you got bad credit, you just got an old push mower with no motor. That's it. It's still a tool. They're still tools. Question. Quam says, how would you invest 20,000? I'm 23 with zero debt. My next move, this is what I would do. My next move would be to buy a house. If you have no debt and $20,000, my next move is to buy a house and pay it off as fast as you can. Don't invest in anything else except your career or what you're trying to do to earn money. You got to earn money. So you got to put some time into what you're going to decide to do or whatever. This what I would say. Find a career that's going to make you the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Okay. Something that you're going to like and tolerate. Don't get in no debt. Stack your dough. Pay your house off as fast as you can. You pay your house off. You will never have rent. You'll never have rent and or mortgage again for the rest of your life. Rent and or mortgage is the largest monthly expense for millions of people. Millions. You pay your house off. You will have just eliminated the largest expense that you would ever have in your entire life. For your case, since you have no debt, it will be your only expense. Pay that house off, and then you'll have so much money to invest in anything outside your house. It would be unbelievable. Great question. This is the type of advice I wish somebody would have gave me at 23. You better fucking believe it. If I knew this information at 23, nobody would be able to tell me shit. 23? Oh man. I would have had no bad relationships, no divorces, no just having kids willy-nilly. That none of that stuff would have happened. None of it. You guys don't let me tell you guys something. I usually don't talk about this on this side of things. I usually talk about in the members only, but let me tell you something. And I'm telling you from experience. I have no stress, none. You have no idea how much energy stress consumes. I never knew that. I never knew how much energy stress consumes in a person's body. I remember when I just was my youngest son just graduated high school, and the custody hearings and all that stuff that I was going through with his mom back and forth was finally over. Okay. And I remember the day I signed the papers and it was done. I remember I felt this lift that came off my shoulders. It was it was like a weight that had been riding my shoulders all these years. And then it was finally over. I remember saying that to myself. It felt like a relief. That was stress that had left my body. That was stress leaving my body. That stress was no longer part of my body. So what I started doing was eliminating anything in my life that was stressful. Anything that I had control over, it was eliminated. I gained all that energy back to put into myself now. When you're in debt, you don't know that. You think that stress that you carry around, you have to carry it around. No, you don't. You don't have to carry that around. No, you don't. I promise you, you don't. What's up, Nick? Kwame says, "Yeah, I've been watching your videos and I paid my debt and I'm free at 23." At 23. Congratulations, man. What's up, AJ? Hello, AJ. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. I don't know if you got the mic on mute or not. You there, AJ? Okay, now I can't hear you though. Wait, let me make sure. Say something.
Hello, LJ?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Must be late. You coming in and out.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was real staticky. I apologize. How you doing, LJ?
Okay. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, good. I've been following you a while, man, and I just hopped on the stream, seen that because I was in Discord and I just seen that you was on live. So, I know you do your Q&As on Sunday, so I want to hop in here and just first off, man, I paid my car off last week, so I'm 100% debt free.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Sure.
Man, I woke up this morning. It was a wonderful feeling. I just heard you say something about stress, and that's just an absolute fact that the stress is just gone, eliminated.
Gone.
I get paid this week. I have nothing to pay. Nothing. No payments. My car payment would have been due on the 14th. I have no payments this week, man. That check is all mine. I'm so
and
excited.
You know what else? You know what else? That's another due date that you don't have to keep track of anymore.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? That's two stresses. That's two.
Yep.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Too
bad you only can share it with us.
Right. Yeah, I say this, and I made a post on Facebook, and I did get many responses. People like, "Oh, congratulations!" A few people,
right?
But it's not normal. It's not normal to get on there and say I'm 100% debt free. They probably think I'm crazy.
Right. Right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and ask your question. Uh-oh. Did you drop the mic? Oh, there you go.
Sorry, dropped my phone.
Okay.
Okay. So, my question to you is this, man. I am in and it's more of an advice as well. So, I'm debt free now, and it's nothing. I never want to go back there again. I'm in a relationship with a wonderful woman, and she's great. But the problem is that she's bad, and I know this. And she's admitted this to me, and she know how I feel about finances, and being in the debt free and being out of the debt matrix. She's really bad with money, so I refuse to. I don't want to advance things any further, knowing that I don't really know how to, I guess, navigate that and try to, because I don't want to pressure anybody to do what I do. So I know this is not normal for most people. Most people want to finance cars, want to lease cars, want to, they want to keep a mortgage for 30 years. And I just don't know how I'm going to approach this situation,
So you're asking how you should approach it?
Yeah. Is it a strategy, or you think it's a way that I should approach, maybe just trying to entice her to do a budget, to pay off debt, and
You know what I say like this? You gotta see if she's willing to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta give her something small and tell her why, and say, hey, look at my credit report. Look how my credit report looks, right? This means this, blah, 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 right? If she doesn't take on to it, it's not gonna work.
Right.
I don't want you to waste your time. I had to leave a woman that I loved like that.
Yeah.
Because she kept financing stuff, and I was like, hey, you just keep getting deeper and deeper in debt. And she just didn't understand it, so it had to end.
Yeah.
That's a tough part. I mean, that's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's tough.
Yeah, and these are the type of things I have to deal with moving forward, because, like I say, this is not normal. This is something that, is going to be hard for most people to do or stick with. So,
right.
I really like what you're doing here with your channel and being a part of the S&D family.
Appreciate it,
and
man.
I definitely want to, be involved more. And who knows, I just have a passion for what I've been through to get to this point, and I want to help people as well.
Well, before you leave, I want you to, can you kind of explain to the audience how you feel right now? Kind of give them really how you feel with paying off that car, the freedom, and kind of express it to them so they can get it, because they always hear me talk about it. I want them to hear a person different than me.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. So when I try to make this payment, and I call them, and they don't make it easy. They're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna charge you this amount of money to make the payment, or you can mail it in." And this was several $1,000s that I had to pay. And it goes to show you that, and this is what most people don't realize. Every day, because I could have easily said, "All right, I'll pay it next week, or I'll pay it, a few days from now," because I had the money. But what most people don't realize is they charge you interest every single day throughout the month before that next payment is due.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you may owe $5,000 today, but when your payment's due next month, you may owe, depending on your interest rate, you may owe $5,300 or 52. It may go up a couple $100. It depends.
Yep.
And I know that. And that's why I was like, I want to make this payment today. I want to be debt free today. So whatever I have to do. So I had to drive an hour to this credit union where my car was financed through, just to drop them off a cashier's check. I said, I'm going to do it.
Wow, they made it difficult.
They made it difficult because they want you in debt. They don't want you to make a payment. They didn't want that. They wanted to collect that interest for the next 2 years. I paid off my car 2 years early, and they wanted that interest. So they didn't care if I paid it today. They was like, "Hey, we're gonna charge you. Like, keep that loan with us. Keep paying that interest." I'm like, "Nope, I'll be there today to drop off my cashier's check."
Man, congratulations, man. That is crazy. That's how determined you were to be debt free. I don't care if it was an hour, it's gonna be worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Work early to go and drop that. I said, "Hey, I'm going to leave work early. It's an emergency." I went to my credit unit, got a cashier's check, and I drove an hour to make a payment in person.
Wow, that is crazy, man. That's an amazing story, man. So now, knowing you said it was supposed to be due on the 14th of this month?
On the 14th of this month. Yep.
What does it feel like knowing that it's not?
It is. I'm telling you, the stress. Not having to even look at my check when it arrives in my bank account. It's all mine. I don't think people realize that those people that work regular jobs and grind the 9 to 5s and go to work every day, knowing that when you get paid and you look at your checking account, you have nothing to pay. That money that you work hard for is yours. I have nothing to pay this week. Well, a utility bill. That's it.
Right.
But the
No,
rest
not
of the check is
not the
mine.
things that keep you alive. We're not talking about the things that keep you alive.
Yep. Yep. That's it, man. I have no bills this week. So that money is mine. And I still have I'm waiting on my title to come in the mail before I close that bank account with them. So I checked the account online and it shows $0.
Right.
And that just warms me up, man. I can't stress enough.
Isn't that nice to see those zeros? That's nice to see those zeros.
Yeah, $0. Oh,
people don't understand that part. They don't really understand that logging into an account and seeing zero is when I did that with my student loan, when I logged in and saw a zero, I was like, wow, damn. Congratulations.
So thank you. I appreciate it, man. And thank you for your motivation and your platform here. I've been following you and I appreciate it, man. And you just motivate me to grind even harder to get this debt out of my life.
Do you ever share this channel with people? Do they listen to you?
I've spoken to a few people about it and I talk about it all the time. And I have a Bluetooth speaker here, so when friends come over, I have you out loud, just live.
Okay.
Everybody can hear it. So
okay.
They
cool.
do what they want with the information, man. But I listen to you faithfully, and it's like as a podcast. I clean up, I do what I do, and you just on. Everybody can hear you. My kids can hear you.
Wow.
And so hey, they do what they want with this information, but it's there.
I appreciate that, man. That's humbling, man. I appreciate that.
So thank you, LJ. Thank you a lot, man. I appreciate it, and I'm just excited. This is January. I cannot wait to see what my bank account look like at the end of the year when I'm saving a whole check every month.
Did you adjust your car insurance yet or what?
You know what? That's a great question. My car insurance, my policy is getting ready to end in the next couple months here, and I will be.
How do you pay it monthly? How do you pay it monthly or what?
I pay monthly for 6 months.
Okay.
Premium.
Do you do one shot every 6 months or you pay month to month? That's what I'm asking.
I pay month to month.
Okay, now that you own your car, you can switch that. You switch it to every 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Every
Gotcha.
6 months,
Okay.
and then you don't have to have. You can go through your policy. You can trust your driving record, man. You can go through your whole policy and reduce your insurance now because you own your car.
Right. Oh man, that's gonna
Yeah,
be great too. So that's gonna
yeah,
save
man.
even more money every
Oh
month.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh man.
Hmm.
Uh, SMD family, I'm telling you right now. I know most of you are probably trying to get out of debt, or grinding to get. I'm telling you, stay the course. This is worth it. I don't care how long it takes. Just follow LJ's principles, and you will get there. And I'm telling you, it would change your life. I don't worry about nothing when it comes to money.
Right.
And
Nice.
I'm not a high earner. I don't make, I don't make a high income like that. I make good money, but it's not, but just the thing, people that make twice as much as me, I'm
Right.
living better. I could do what I want,
Right.
you know?
It don't matter the amount of money you make. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter.
Oh,
Once you get out of debt, you realize that it's like, wait a minute, it don't matter how much money I'm. Nope, sure don't.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Nope.
And, I'm not tied down to my, job forever. I have, I'm gonna have the means to be able to do what I want to do, work part time
Hmm.
or take another job. It doesn't matter. I can take less money if I find another job that
Exactly.
makes me happy because I don't owe
Exactly.
anyone money.
You got options now, man. You got options, and they're gonna
Ab-
like when you go to interviews. Trust me, interviews are different when you're debt free.
I bet.
Job
Absolutely.
interviews are totally different, man. You ain't walking in there crossing your fingers, hope they give you the job at whatever pay they decide to give you. You're gonna walk in and say, "Hey, I do this. This is how much I want."
Yep.
Period.
Exactly. Yep.
Yep.
Wonderful feeling. So thanks so much,
Mhm.
LJ, man. I won't keep you. I'm gonna
Okay.
continue to listen to the show, but I'm gonna just stay the course, man. And the work's not done yet, man. So I'm gonna
That's a big
continue to.
step. Paid
It's
off
a
car's a big step, man. That's a
Oh,
big step.
absolutely,
That's a big step. So don't
absolutely.
don't don't make it sound like it's small. There's trillions of dollars in car loan debt. They ain't got nothing to do with you now.
Right.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
You're ahead
Absolutely.
of millions of people just with that one move alone. Millions.
Right. Yeah. And I have
Always think about it like that so you can understand the magnitude of what you've done.
yes. Yep. And I have people ask me, "Hey, what are you gonna drive next? You gonna get a new car?" I have a 2014. I'm like, no, no. I will when I'm ready to pay in
In
cash for it,
cash. Yeah.
and I'll get a new one.
And so crazy, when you're ready, you'll have money. So you'll be able to get it for half price. The car you want, you'll be able to get it half price with cash from somebody that got in over their head.
Yep.
You'll
Yep.
never have to pay full price for any car you want again. That never
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. And so I have a friend of mine. He's married and he has his wife, and I think he has a cheaper car that's paid off. But the problem with him, and the reason why I ask you this question is that his wife, she is into leasing newer cars, and
Mm,
so he's
mm,
already planning on getting a new lease when her lease is up. So he won't.
mm.
And I'm trying to tell him, like, listen, it's not a good idea. You need to talk to her to be like in your situation, become debt free, get rid of these car payments, even a lease. But she don't want to hear it, man. She
Oh,
think
that would be
leasing is
divorce.
okay.
That would be
Yeah,
divorce. That would be
yeah,
divorce. And nobody,
yeah.
I mean, think about, and this again, the magnitude, the power of this, right?
Uh-huh.
If he actually listened to what you're saying and she didn't, that would be a divorce.
Right. Yep.
So you're basically telling him, hey, listen to me if you want a divorce. He's not going to listen to you.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
he can't even hear you. So you might as well just stop wasting your energy.
Yep. Exactly. I
Hmm.
just keep telling them, hey, man, I got my check today, and I don't owe nobody nothing. So
Right.
if you
Yeah,
want,
just you know what? Let them see how stress-free you are, because trust me, they'll see this type of energy off of you. It'll be a stress-free thing, right? Because you got to remember, slaves live with stress. So they act a certain way because they think stress is part of life, right? But once you start paying off all your stuff, you're gonna be no stress, you're gonna act totally different. And
right,
then they're gonna pick up on that and they're gonna ask you, hey man, why don't you never be tripping on anything? You're just gonna say, I ain't got no debt.
right,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So congratulations.
Thank you, OJ. I appreciate it, man, and continue to do what you do, man, because you're changing lives, and hopefully people will stick to the plan.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I
It
can't
makes
stop,
sense.
man. I love helping change lives, but that's my purpose now. I found my purpose.
Absolutely. You bet it, man. Thank
All
you
right.
again.
Yep.
All right,
What's
OJ. I'll
up?
talk to you later.
All right.
Hey, AJ, can
Yeah.
I ask you a question before you go?
Sure. Sure.
First off, I'm the snitch. You know what I'm saying? Look, so anyway, my question, you was talking about your relationship. How long have you and your girlfriend been together?
Yeah, so we've been together going on 2 years now. I was married before, so I've been divorced for 5 years. So this is my first relationship after my divorce. She's a great woman,
Hmm.
but I just know pointing out those differences because I don't want to go down that path and make a similar mistake in the future. And because my ex-wife wasn't on board with this plan when I was married. So
Okay.
yeah.
This is just something that I mean I've listened to a few people that deal with finances, and that's when I mean LJ's advice is definitely great. I mean, if it doesn't work, but you can try. Have you ever tried to like sit her down and like literally write through a budget? Like, have y'all sat down with a budget and like looked at the budget and like
Uh,
look at her spending and all that?
No, that's a great question. I tell her about my budget all the time when she come over, and I'll
Hmm.
tell her, hey, this is my budget for the month. I'm not going to be on Amazon Prime. I'm not going to be spending this money, spending that money, and but she know how I budget, but I never have looked at her budget and how she spend
I
her money.
I would consider. I mean, though I know you're not trying to force it on her.
Um,
But you can consider maybe sit down with her, now that you're debt free, you can probably maybe wait a month or two, show her how you're living your life, and then maybe maybe sit her down,
How
okay,
long
and
did how long did you say you guys were together, AJ?
we're going on 2 years.
Have you okay, this is a question. Uh have you ever seen a personal credit report?
I've never seen her personal credit report.
I'd say that's step one.
Okay,
yeah, yeah, that's
That's
definitely
that's
important. You need
definitely
to
step.
know
Yeah, 2 years
because
together. You got. I seem like you guys been together 2 years, so that should be a comfortable question.
yeah,
and it seemed like she already understands what kind of person you are, so I don't think she'll fight you on that. It doesn't
Right.
seem like she'd be. I mean, especially when you say she's a great woman. I think any and you can always use these kind of points, that we're in this together, or we're doing this to make our lives comfortable together, because you can't if she's not taking or receiving any of your criticism or any of the hints, you don't gotta like push her, but if you give hints and she seems to be making her own efforts after a while, then you can do that. But if I don't want to say just drop her right off, but because sometimes some people need a push, uh but yeah, if it doesn't, if she
yeah,
doesn't want to take the hint, if you see her spending habits like LJ was saying, like, because notice that LJ say he was giving those hints.
yep.
He was giving her hints, like he would like, hey, bring it up every now and then. Those kind of hints. You can always sit down with her, maybe go through a budget, see if she follows the budget. Remember, though, y'all, since y'all aren't married, you don't have to, your finances are your finances and her finances are hers. So she's at the end of the day, if she's not willing to, then you kind of gotta do what you gotta do, and because you don't want what you had from before. Your marriage. You remember, we tend to repeat what we've been in. So you don't want to repeat the same thing with this person as you did with your previous marriage.
Mhm.
So that's just the financial part. I don't know the other stuff, but the financial part, that was a big issue for you. You don't want that to happen in this one. So, just sit her down, see if you can get her budget, look through a credit report, and see if you can maybe y'all can work something out and work together. Um, Maybe bring her over to LJ's channel if she seems to be interested,
Yep,
and that there's plenty of videos on here that can help her.
I'd
absolutely.
say
Um,
I'd say to AJ, I say when you ask the question to see her personal credit report, I want you to make sure you pay attention to the response at that moment. Okay, because
Okay,
that's not a question that many people ask their partner. Okay,
absolutely. Yep.
and so pay close attention to her response.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
great. That's great points, guys. I appreciate that
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
advice from both of you.
yeah,
Hmm.
Um,
one other thing. Do you know if she has like student loans, or do you
yeah,
know
yeah. I know she
what
has student loans. She leased a car.
is she doing? Or she's got a lease.
Yeah.
Does she have a good job? Does she have a big shovel she can use?
Well, she has a decent paying job. I'm not sure, how much she make or anything like that. I know she's in healthcare,
Mm.
but I don't know exactly how much debt she's in.
I I would if she is open to it and y'all sit down and look at her budget, I would see what she makes and what she, I mean, and just, kind of ease her into it. You ain't got to do all that, but y'all are comfortable enough. She knows who you are. She
Yep.
knows what kind of person you are. And, um, man, look, if it doesn't work, man, you can always do what I did, and tell them, it's just not going to go anywhere. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because it's not going to improve. You can't, because that kind of behavior can't, you kind of breed problems if y'all can't be on the same page. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I wouldn't say give up yet because you've been 2 years. I mean, I think y'all have a good enough relationship, like LJ said, to make it work. If she's willing to listen,
Right.
and don't force it on her, because if you force it and she just tries to change because she wants to appease you, then she's not really doing it for herself, and then she's not going to really see the value in it,
True.
you
Very
know.
true. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, well, that's all I wanted to say. I heard this talking, and I had to get in here with LJ,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Stitch. I appreciate your
All right, man.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you
All
guys.
right.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.
Hey,
Later.
hey, LJ,
Yeah.
wanted to say, man, you've been doing a great job, man. I really appreciate everything you're doing, man. You putting in the work,
Thank you, sir.
overtime.
Thank you. Thank you.
I ain't trying to hold you up. I know you got other questions out here to
Mhm.
answer, but
Mhm.
I just wanted to give you that, man.
Mhm.
I kind of hang out in the background now. That's why you don't see me as much.
I
But I
see you
just
there.
kind
I'll be seeing you there. No, I know.
of
We're just trying to bring more people in the S&B family. I get it. Just
right,
more,
right.
scared to take the step.
You're
I
doing a good job. You're doing a good
appreciate it,
job.
man. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
hope I hope more people come up here, listen to you guys, listen to this man. This man saved, like, I mean, literally saved my life. So go ahead.
Man, I
You guys
appreciate
need to
that.
go ahead. You guys got to go and listen to this man. At
But
least,
think about it though. They have to put it this way, and see, they gotta be wherever you were at the time in your life to pick up that phone and call me. They have to get there. Only only you know what that feeling is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Wherever you were at to say, I'm calling LJ. And then we got on the phone. Wherever that place is, they got to find their place. They got to find it. It's crazy. He'll be back, I'm sure. Yeah, so hope you guys are listening. Hope you guys listening to the stories, man. This cannot be faked. Okay, here we go.
my bad.
There
I
you
got kicked out. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. The last thing I heard was wherever my
Yeah,
place
wherever
is.
that place where you were at in your mind to make you pick up that phone and call me, they got to get there. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean, I mean, really, honestly, they do. I mean, and
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, I know LJ kind of, he harps on the slavery thing, but listen, like, it's a really cool guy, really not here to judge. Nobody's judging you in this chat. So, lot of really smart, really capable people, just even in the chat. So, you gotta listen to LJ. LJ just it definitely can get you to that zero for
Mm-hmm.
sure. And you know, like you were saying earlier, I just heard you say, like, credit's not important. Yes, credit is not important
Mm-mm.
at all. I mean, now, I mean, one day, LJ, you might have to talk about the side effects. I mean, of
See, well,
what
see,
happens.
that's your problem, Snitch. You go out, you go out in public pulling your mask down. I ain't going out in public pulling my mask down. That's on you, man. Okay.
And look, I didn't know, man. Like, I did not know that, like, so many people hate change. Like, they don't
Yeah.
like you. They don't like to see you change,
No.
and just a little change. Like, I mean, I've actually changed extraordinarily since. I mean, because LJ, you say it all the time. I've changed so much
Yeah, you
since
have.
since that first day I actually talked to you. So.
I mean, you just sound different. I mean, it's totally. I mean, it's not even the same. I know it's you. You can't tell because it's you, right? But but it's totally different. I mean, now you're going out in public pulling your mask down. I ain't doing that. You taking chances. All right,
And look,
you taking risks.
I'm out here Kakashi 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
they
you might as well go paraglide now. Jumping out of planes. You might as well do it all. Go all the way. What's up,
oh,
Cosmic?
and oh,
Greetings, Pastor LJ.
I mean, not Cosmic, Reigning Woman. I'm sorry, Reigning
I was
Woman.
about to say, I was like,
I
that's
know I'm
Cosmo. I
reading
was like,
wrong
when she
name.
changed her,
Never mind, I'm
name to
reading wrong
Raymond.
name. I'm sorry, Reigning Woman. What's going on?
That's okay. And the snitch that is killing me.
Hey, what's going on?
I actually wanted to comment on AJ's and his girlfriend situation. If he's still listening, there are two scriptures in the Bible that really come to mind in situations like this, and one of them being, how can any two walk together unless they agree? And another one, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So it's really, the things that are important to you as an individual and the things that are important to you in a relationship, they cannot be compromised for anything or for any reason. Because once you open a door for compromise on the things that are of essential importance to you, they decrease value with yourself and with other individuals because you have given power in devaluing them. You have given it an okay for them to be devalued. And
Yep.
finances and financial decisions separates couples that have been together for years all of the time. And you know why? Because at the end of the day, when you're done saying I love you and the feel goods, dispense, when the feel goods are no longer in the high range all the time and the rose colored glasses are no longer stained in roses, you see clearly the other things that are important when it comes to finances. When things fall apart, or when you really, really, really want something or really, really need something and you could have had it, but you don't, and you could have gotten it, but you can't now because you've given over so many times, living frivolously, carelessly, so many other times, irresponsibly. So, and you know what? If a person, in my opinion, if a person can't meet your mindset and your heart of hearts when it comes to finances, just like you found, no matter how good they are, they may be good. They may be better as a friend or a companion, versus a life partner, versus versus a life partner and someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and yet you want to put a ring, say yes to their name or yes to a ring, you know. That's just, my 2 cents there.
You're right. I totally agree with that. So crazy when I think back when I was in the debt matrix, I think here I am marrying these women, having children with them, right? And never once talking about, let me see your personal credit report, never talking about finances. Well, I mean, until there's time to pay a bill and who's going to pay it and blah, blah, blah. But other than that, never once did I ask to see their personal credit report. That was a question that could have solved 90% of bad relationships in my life, because like when I met the woman I'm with now, this was a requirement to see the personal credit report. That was a requirement. And I had to come into myself to say, you know what? after my last relationship, I decided to find myself. Once I found myself, I said, this is what I'll accept. This is what I want. This is me. This is not me, blah, blah, blah. And seeing a woman's personal credit report was one of the requirements. And that's exactly what happened.
I think
Amen.
both of y'all are right about that, for sure. Having a good relation, having a good. Um, I think if one person is willing to listen to the other, it's possible. I mean, because some people, it's one thing if they don't know, and they're willing to listen, but then it's a totally different situation when they're just not willing to listen or they're just not ready for that. If they're not ready to take LJ University, I just can't. They're just not really ready for. Unfortunately, they're just not ready. The SavingsMinusDebt University is what LJ University, SavingsMinusDebt University, whatever one you want to call it. If you're not ready to take that, then unfortunately, there's no need for you to, deal with anybody to that level.
All right, you guys, we got to wrap this up. 1 hour.
All right, I'm out.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Reigning Woman, for joining.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for coming. And thank you, everybody, for joining and participating. LJ, I mean, not LJ, AJ, appreciate it. LJ is me. I'm LJ. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. All right. Don't forget to join. If you want other deeper videos, you can go into the members only. And I usually put the link under every video, and I'm not sure if I put it in this one or not, but I will. You can join the members only area where we have deeper discussions. You can join a Discord server where other SMD family members, I don't know why I couldn't get that out, are that share also valuable information, right? Just beyond what I talk about, right? But all of the basis is based on debt-free speak, okay? You only speak in debt-free. All right. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening. Until next time. Later.